What's up, everybody? Today we are going to talk about the mental game and how it can help you reach your full potential on the golf course. I put a poll on my Instagram, which my Instagram is right here. You can follow it. And it was between short game and mental game, and boy was it close. I think it was 51% of you voted for mental game. So that's what you're getting today. I will do plenty of videos on both subjects in the future, but for today, you're getting mental game, and you're gonna like it. This is actually my first day filming with a real camera. Everybody say hi to my new, this is a Canon M5. So shout out to this crispy picture. For the longest time, I actually resisted working on my mental game because I just wanted to believe that the only thing that went into being a good golfer was having a good golf swing. When I was a kid, I threw clubs, I slammed clubs, I threw fits, I yelled on the course, I did all the stuff you hate to see from people. I was that guy. And then I started to realize more and more, not only is it really detrimental to my playing partners, it's also detrimental to my score. So I started making efforts to get better at it. And in turn, I saw my scores go down. Now, don't get me wrong, I would have tournaments where my swing would work, I'd be relaxed, I'd hit good shots, and everything would go well. But if I ever had a stretch of bad holes or something that I maybe needed to mentally recover from, I could not do it because I got so mad that there was just no recovering. And as you've heard a million times, golf is a game of misses, and being able to manage those misses is what's going to make you go from a good to a great player. About a month before Q school, I spent about a week working with a sports psychologist by the name of Karl Nitz. I'm gonna put all of Karl's information down in the description. He's a really smart guy, great guy to talk to if you're trying to get your mental game on point. So he does Skype calls, Zoom calls, and he'll develop a personalized plan to get you operating as efficiently as possible. The first thing we talked about was it's a 4-part diagram, and it's really widely known in the psychology community as explaining how we react to situations. A is events. Now, events are things that happen to you that you essentially have no control over. So let's say you're driving down the street and a cop car pulls out behind you. You had absolutely no control over that situation. A B is going to be thoughts. Now, thoughts are ultimately your decision. You have the option to have positive thoughts. You could think, oh, I feel a lot safer now that that cop is behind me. I'm not doing anything wrong, so why should I worry about that cop being behind me? Or you could think, oh man, I gotta really be super careful and not do anything wrong, or I'm gonna get in trouble with this cop. Now, the third thing on the diagram, C, is feelings. Now, feelings stem from thoughts. So if your thoughts are positive, your feelings will be positive. So if you have that negative feeling of, oh no, I gotta start really buckling down, I gotta drive super carefully or this cop's gonna pull me over, it's gonna create negative feelings. And actions or behaviors would be D in this diagram, the final thing, and behaviors are the culmination of events, thoughts, and feelings. Your behavior could be, if you're really just focusing super hard and trying not to make a mistake, you might accidentally not pay attention to your speed, drive a little bit too fast and get pulled over. Maybe a little bit easier than you would if you just drove naturally and did what you always do. That went in. That went in. Yeah, there it is. In the cup. And that'll work. Well, all right. So let's take what we just talked about with the ABCD diagram to the course. Let's say you're playing a tournament, you're 15 holes in, you're playing well, you got a good rhythm going, and you snap hook one into the woods. What do you think? That's the event, right? But did you have control over that? I would argue no. And I, for a while, thought that is something you have control over, but effectively, any shot that you hit, you don't have control over it once you take the club away. Everything you have control over is until you start to hit the shot. If you spend your time trying to use your conscious mind to try and guide the swing, you're gonna have a horrible time. Your unconscious mind, the part of your brain that takes a fork and puts food on it and puts that food in your mouth over and over and over again without thinking about it. The part of your brain that reaches into your room and switches on a light switch without having to look inside and look around and figure out where that switch is. That unconscious part of your brain is so much more effective than when you're just thinking, okay, I got to get to this part of my swing, then drop it in perfectly. That's never going to work under pressure. Definitely not going to work under pressure. So A, the event, you hit it left into the trees. Okay, now B, your thoughts. What are you going to think about after you just hit it into the trees? Now see, you could choose to think, oh no, my round is over, how am I going to recover from this? This is awful. Or you could choose to think like the 9-time major champion and Kansas City legend Tom Watson thought, and say, wait till you see what I do with this. You see where my ball is right now? I can't wait to show you how I'm going to make birdie or par from there. Just 1 second. That makes 2 chip-ins in a row, actually. There's a little foam noodle in the hole, and it bounced off of that. And club rules right now, whether you like it or not, say, if it hits that green noodle, it counts. So, eagle, birdie, start. Gotta love it. And so C, feelings. When you go into that next shot, with those goatee Tom Watson vibes, you're gonna be with positive feelings going into that shot, which is always a good thing. I'm sure you've heard this before, but positive feelings are all you need to hit a great shot. A good swing helps, but without positive feelings, your odds go down significantly. And now D, behaviors, which comes from the thoughts and feelings. The behavior, hopefully, is that you hit a good golf shot. How do you make sure that your thoughts and feelings are solid over the ball? I'll tell you. The way to get your thoughts and feelings consistently good before a shot is with a great pre-shot routine. I always keep my pre-shot routine right here. It is in my bag. It's got everything I go through before each shot, as well as a post-shot routine, which we'll talk about in a bit. Okay, so what I figured I'd do here is show you guys my pre-shot routine, first with a driver, and then second with a shot from the fairway, and then finally with a putt. For all of these, I will keep the piece of paper that I keep in my bag in the bottom left-hand corner. I look at it before just about every shot when I go play a tournament. These first 4 things I use to make sure that I didn't leave any info out when I was choosing my shot. It's important to me that I know that I'm hitting the right shot when I walk up to the ball. It really puts my mind at ease and makes sure that I'm not about to hit a shot that isn't going to turn out right. The worst thing you can do is hit a perfect shot and then realize that you didn't factor in one of the weather elements. So once I figure out the shot I want to hit, I take 1 practice swing with a swing thought to encourage the ball flight that I want to hit, 1 practice swing with just a feeling, and then I take a deep breath, visualize the shot I want to hit, and I go totally external. I start looking at things around me, and I exit my brain. When I hit the shot right there, I am not thinking about anything but where I want it to go and the feeling that I had with my feel practice swing. So here, the first one actually comes into play because I look at the lie and the stance and establish what's going to happen, how the ball's going to react differently just based on the lie. When it comes to how it lands on the green, again, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm actually thinking about a little more precisely where I want this thing to land. And again, all these are just to ease my mind. So when I'm standing over the ball, I know that the shot I want to hit has factored in every single part of the equation. Once again, 1 swing thought, encouraging the ball flight that I want. 2nd practice swing with no swing thought to establish a feel for the actual shot. And then, as I said, when I hit the shot, set my feet, get my stance perfect, and then I'm gone. There's no swing thoughts for me right there. All the swing thoughts I have, I've had before I hit the shot. Now, my putting routine is a little bit different than the other ones. I still take a lot of practice swings, but it's a lot more precise as where I want it to go. So I feel it with my feet in front of the ball, and then I take practice strokes halfway between the ball and the hole to establish my speed. Then I take a couple more practice strokes over the ball like this, step behind it, get my lines, pick my spot out about 2 inches in front of the ball. As soon as my hand comes off the putter right there, I'm gone. I'm only looking at the spot 2 inches in front of my ball, and now all I'm thinking about is the speed of the practice strokes that I took. Good putt there, just didn't go in, but I'm happy with it because I did everything I wanted to do.
Expect anything different?
I'm sure you've heard about pre-shot routines. I'm guessing that you haven't heard too much about post-shot routines. According to Karl Nitz, Master Sports Psychologist, information in the description if you'd like to meet with him. post-shot routine is just as important because it strings together your momentum going forward. So on a good shot, typically what people do is they hit a good shot. I know I'm guilty of this sometimes. You hit a good shot, you see it take off, it's going straight, you look away, you pick the tee up. You see pros do that all the time where they pick it up and they start walking over their bag. It might not be the best thing for your mental game. Instead, on a good shot, watch it fly. Store that away in your memory bank. For the next time you step up to it, maybe a tough tee shot, and you can think back and go, oh yeah, I hit that awesome tee shot on 12. Let's do that again here on 17 where it's super tight. Now on a bad shot, what do? You get super mad, you stare at it, you watch it all the way down. I challenge you, when you hit a bad shot, detach emotionally, watch analytically. Now, you still know where the ball went, you know all the stuff you need to know about that shot. You don't have the emotions of a bad shot dragging you down. Now, I'm not saying that I never get mad, I'm not saying pros never get mad, of course they do. But that anger cannot be at yourself, it has to be mostly directed at the shot itself. You can get mad at the shot, but if you instead watch the shot and think, oh, well, that was weird, I don't usually do that. Watch that shot, figure out what went wrong, maybe correct, maybe take another practice swing after to fix that, whatever made you hit that bad shot, and then go forward with those positive intentions of, I fixed that, I'm not gonna do it again. On number 4 there, I hit a shot way left. It was not good. Instead of choosing to get angry and dwelling on the bad shot, I was fortunately able to disconnect emotionally, watch analytically, and I realized that I came a little bit too much from the inside, which I'm guilty of. So on this next shot, I'm gonna try and feel shallowing out from the outside. And that's how you take a good shot and make sure that it doesn't affect you negatively. Instead, a good shot can help you. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it for this video. That's my basic, everything I know about the mental game in one video right there. So if you guys want me to get a little bit more in depth with any of those topics, be sure to drop a comment. If you have some other video ideas you'd like to see me flesh out, drop a comment as well. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that. Drop a like, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. Also, one more thing. I'm going to be posting this full round on my channel. If you guys want to see this full course vlog, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss it when I post this video. All right, deuces.